Welcome to the Wedding Business Growth Coach podcast, a podcast dedicated to sharing everything you need in bite-sized episodes to set up your wedding business for success and get your diary fully booked, full of those dream wedding clients. You're here with me, Jen Maynard, Wedding Business Growth Coach and founder of the Boho Bride Guide wedding blog and supply directory. Each episode is full of value and structured around my wedding business anchor fundamentals framework to give you straightforward, step-by-step activities to put in place into your business that will position yourself as the go-to wedding supplier within your specialism. Let's go!
Hello, and welcome to this episode. We're going to be honing in on the second of our pre-prepared pitches, our presentation pitch. We're going to be clarifying when you would use a presentation pitch and how you're able to seek out more opportunities to showcase your presentation pitch to a captive audience. We're going to look at what a presentation pitch structure looks like and how you can create one to make it land with impact and leave the people that are listening uplifted and ready to do business with you. We're going to look at then how you use your presentation pitch as the foundation of networking and speaking about your business, whether that's in writing or in person. So, what is a presentation pitch? The presentation pitch follows your elevator pitch, where you've opened that door and now you're going to walk on in and you're going to spend that additional time with that captive audience talking about your wedding business and really setting the playing field to tell them what you are all about and what your expertise is within the wedding industry. It can range from a few minutes to a few hours, depending on the situation. And this opportunity cannot be left to chance. It needs to be well rehearsed and rehearsed to the point where it doesn't sound rehearsed and you are just confident to talk about your business, but in a structured way to ensure that you get all the elements you need to speak about to leave that audience excited and raring to work with you. So, what opportunities can you be seeking out to further showcase your presentation pitch? Every time you are able to speak to new audiences through expanding your reach, whether it be through your collaborations, through networking, through guest blogging and guest speaking, you are able to open doors to new audiences that will be full of your target wedding audience. And your presentation pitch is that thing that you have in your back pocket that gives you the confidence to speak about your wedding business from the heart and make sure that you say all of those elements that you need to and that you want to really showcase what you're all about. Opportunities that may come along, maybe guest speaking on someone else's podcast, going live on Instagram with fellow suppliers to talk about what you're all about. It might be going live with one of the directories that you're part of on Instagram or another wedding blog. Your presentation pitch can really elevate how you come across and how you speak on these live occasions. Or you can use your presentation pitch from a recorded point of view. You could record your presentation pitch, then use it on things like your own personal website as like a bit of a video bio. You could use it on your directory profiles that you're part of and that you pay for. Get that video on there and people can watch you as well as read about you. And all of this can be done through uploading it to YouTube and then using your YouTube link wherever you want. How about Google My Business? Someone could come along and watch your bio presentation straight from your Google My Business account. Worth thinking about. Also, your presentation pitch can be used at in-person events, so networking we've mentioned, but also wedding fairs. So when you're speaking to prospective clients, you're able to, naturally talk about all the elements that you want to share that are really going to sell what you do and bring across the ethos that you uphold and how you do business. And even when you go to networking events, seek out opportunities to talk at those networking events and utilize your presentation pitch in that vein. Let's talk about now your presentation pitch structure. Now, I've taken inspiration from a book called The Key Person of Influence for this one. It was written by Dan Priestley, so please do take a look if this topic is of interest. Now, number one, to think about, your pitch should be centered around the problem that you solve. At the end of the day, people don't buy unless they can see what's in it for them. And so when you're talking, you need to be articulating what pain points you address through the products and services that you offer. What challenges do you help them overcome? And what desires do you help them achieve? They're all problems that you are helping overcome through your wedding business offerings. At the end of the day, there is no value in creating a product or a service if it doesn't overcome a problem that your target wedding audience is looking to get over. Number two, your pitch must be based on reality. Now, there are three main elements that we could pick up on, and it's basically sharing how you came to decide that there was a business need for what you're doing and why you are the right person for the job to overcome that need. And there's three main pointers that people normally pick up on. The first one is a customer insight. Now, this may well have been you have personally experienced organising your own wedding, and there was a gap in the market for something that you wanted and you couldn't find easily accessible, either in your area geographically or at the price point you were looking for, or using the materials that you were looking for. That is a brilliant story, brand story, that you can share through your presentation pitch. The second one that I wanted to mention is maybe a technology insight that you've identified. So in your wedding expertise, have you come across a technology that you can now utilize in your wedding niche, bringing the technology and your niche together and actually offering something new, something slightly either faster or more efficient, more effective, or more fun, for example, that kind of thing. And the third one is an industry insight. Now, this is where you've experienced, you are an expert within your industry, and you've actually identified a way to deliver your wedding product slightly differently, whether that is better, it's faster, or it's more eco-friendly, or more consistent, that your target wedding audience are looking for, or even whether you've identified a micro niche within your niche that actually, from your expertise, you are now honing in on that smaller, more focused community to really serve them and add masses of value to. The third element to the structure of your presentation pitch is that your pitch needs to align with your brand story. Now, in some previous episodes, we've talked in depth about our brand story. Now, this is how we bring it to life. So people don't just want to hear about what your business offers, your products and your services. They want to hear that, but actually they also need to hear why you personally have a connection to offering and providing and delivering what you deliver within your wedding business. They want to hear what you're passionate about and your passionate opinions and why you are born to do what you do. And so I've got a little mini exercise for you to sort of carry out when you've got a moment. So all you need is a pen and paper or a Google Doc. And I want you to have a think about what do you feel strongly about that makes you the perfect for this business, for your business. And I want you to start the sentence with, I strongly believe ... Okay. So for me, I strongly believe that any wedding business owner that is courageous enough to step outside their box and start up a business venture, also has the potential to build a wedding business that enables creative fulfillment, that enables financial stability, and the freedom to basically live their best life through a commitment to personal development, lifelong learning, and actually doing the work. That is what I feel really strongly about. So I want you to have a think about, what do you feel really strongly about that makes you born to do what you do? Number 4, your pitch must articulate the payoff. Now, we touched on this earlier, but I really wanted to hone in on this. In your presentation pitch, it needs to be really clear about what the payoff is for the people listening in the audience. They don't just want to hear about, for me, your qualifications in teaching and, my masses of experience doing X, Y, and Z. They actually want to know, what is the value in it for them? Why are they going to listen to me for the next few minutes or the next few hours? They need to be getting value back throughout the presentation pitch. And so, for an example, if you have a wedding venue, it's really important to not just talk about what rooms you have available and what facilities you offer. It's about translating what you have into the value that brings. So it's a celebration space to be making memories together and creating that environment that you want to spend the most beautiful day with all of your loved ones within. And so another mini activity, I want you to have a think about, what 3 payoffs do you want to give others from your products and services? And so on, in the context of the wedding venue, the 3 payoffs that I've, it's fictitious, but just to give you a bit of a flavor. So number 1, the flexibility to transform a celebration space into whatever you want. That is a payoff for the people that are listening and learning about what you offer. Number 2, your venue enables couples to celebrate outside in nature. And number 3, you're able to help your wedding couples reduce their wedding waste and minimize their impact on the earth. And then lastly, from that, you then need to share how you do this. So from those 3 payoffs, the first one, transform your celebration space into whatever you want through the freedom to decorate using their sustainable selection of vintage and pre-loved pieces of decor and furniture. Number 2, enable couples to celebrate outside in nature with flexible indoor sheltered spaces to manage any weather eventualities. And number 3, so to reduce wedding waste, but the how do you do it is with effective recycling processes, waste planning support. So I have used the same structure for my coaching business, to give you an example. So I help wedding business owners within their first 3 years of business to set up for success and enable creative fulfillment, financial stability, and the flexibility to live their best life. And I do this through my free step-by-step activity packs and my weekly podcast, through one-off grow workshops and my Kickstarter coaching sessions, and my signature accelerator program structured around my wedding business anchor fundamentals framework. So what are your 3 main payoffs, and how do you deliver it? So a bit of a whistle-stop tour around creating our own presentation pitch. I hope that was useful. I would love to hear how you get on creating your own presentation pitch, and let me know where you have used it. If you are an approved supplier on the Guide Directory subscription that I offer through the Boho Bride Guide, I actually offer opportunities to widen your visibility, and your presentation pitch is a perfect tool to have in your back pocket to use when you have opportunities to come and talk on Insta Lives and podcasts and so on. So if you're an approved supplier, please do get in touch, because we can arrange for you to practice your presentation pitch on an Insta Live with me. Sending lots of love, and I will see you next week.
Download your free Who Do You Serve activity pack that takes you through the step-by-step activities to focus in on your niche and position yourself as the go-to wedding supplier within your specialism. Download it today following the link in the podcast show notes or visit my website weddingbusinessgrowthcoach.com/biz-resources. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Growth Coach podcast. I'd love to hear what you took away today and how you have implemented it into your business over on Instagram at Wedding Business Growth Coach. Please do DM me direct and I'll give you a shout out on my stories. See you next time.